Alright, so welcome to Test 6 review. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to give you you can look at the answers on the Google Classroom, because if you're probably accessing this, you're probably accessing Google Classroom. At least that's my desire. So I'm going to approach this one a little bit differently. I'm going to go over a lot of the commands that we need to do for the calculator, and then kind of go from there, maybe add those things to your note card. So, I guess first off, again, when you're looking at your calculator, well, I want to make sure that you put the press the right buttons. And so let's see here. Let me get this and take a picture. Let's start from here, from the home screen. You press home, which is again that button right there, and this should pop up. Now, what I'd want you to do is actually from once you press home or press on, and you got your little home, like you do that and that little screen comes up, then what I want you to do is actually choose new document. Choose number 1. So choose new document. And then you'll click don't save. And then you can add whatever kind of page you need. Now, what you're going to probably do, if you're starting off with the inequalities and you want to graph your inequalities, then you want a calculator page. So, I'm sorry, a graph page. So you'll want a graph page for the inequalities. We want the graph page, which is number 2. Now, if you need to add another page, you can always press Control, which is the blue button, and then Dock, and that will let you add another page, and you can add a calculator page, number 1. Okay, so those should be all the pages you need. But if you ever need to add more pages, you can do that. And then at the end, when you're done, press home, press 1, and don't save. That way it's all cleared out for everybody else. Okay? So now you've got this. You got the graph page. You got the control dog page, calculator page. If you want to go back and forth between those pages, just press Control and Tab. Actually, I'm sorry. Control and to the left or to the right. And you can, like, do it. Or, if you use your touchpad and click, an arrow will point up, and you can click on the pages that appear up there, and it will take you to those pages too. This is like a mouse pointer. So use it like a mouse pointer and click. Again, this is very PC oriented. So kind of keep that in mind. Alright, so now when we're in the inequalities, so let me open up a graphs page. You can, like, if you press the delete button, that will delete this equal sign, and then a menu pops up and you can type in the equations you want. So like if you have, like, on number 1 says y less than or equal to 2 over 5x plus 1, and y is greater than or equal to 3x minus 1, and I don't know why I put the line underneath, because there is no line underneath. Okay, you can, if you press delete, it'll pop up and you can choose this inequality and then type in 2/5 x plus 1, and it'll automatically change to y. And then you can press down, press delete again, and do the same thing to type this one in. Okay? You press enter and then you'll see your graph. Now, keep in mind though, I am going to want you to plot them. So that means you're going to have to go like, oh, it starts at +1, and I'm going up to over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, make a point, solid line, going like that. And this one starts at -1, goes up 1, 2, 3 over 1, makes a broken line, doot, 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 and goes something like that. And then you would have, like, let's see here, shading, this one shades below, this one shades, well, let me move this a bit. This one shades above. And so I can see that they cross shade right around here. above and below. Yeah, and there you go. Okay, so making sure I copy that right. Okay, so there you go, and that's pretty much it. Now, so keep in mind what you can put on your note card. Again, whoopsie, get back to this. Less than or equal to, shade below, shade above, broken lines. Purposely trying to go slow here for y'all. Solid lines. And, you know, again, talking about how the fraction in front of the x moves it up or down. And then the number over here is your start point. Those are things you can add on there. And again, on the y-axis. Okay, so let's move on to the numbers like 5 through 9. And again, I'm going over this just what you can press and type. Keep in mind the answer key is already on Google Classroom and you can print that up. Okay, so now you need to be in the calculator page. Okay, and again, if you're not sure, you can just press home, just make a new document and delete all your previous stuff. So you're in a calculator page, and the first thing you do is press menu, then 7, then 5. And the reason why you're doing that is it will bring up on the calculator RREF. Okay, and then parentheses like that. Then you'll press the button next to the 9. So button next to 9. Which kind of looks like, I mean, it's a two-thing button, but it's got like a little inequality symbol, and then it's got a little squiggly thing like that. You're choosing that one right there. Okay, when that happens, you should see a row of stuff, and you're choosing the one in the middle, second row in the middle. And you're going to choose dimensions of 3 rows, 4 columns. And once you've got that, you can press enter. And then you should see like a bunch of boxes. Well, in the matrix, box, 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 box. Oh, those are bad boxes. Okay, and something like this. Keep in mind your X here, your Y's will go here, your Z's will go here, and answers, what they equal to according to the equation, go there. Then when you are done and you press enter, you should either see something like, I have no idea what I was doing there. Stop doing that. Okay, something like this, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, and you should have some numbers here. And these numbers will be your X, your Y, and your Z. If you get something that looks really funky, no, and there should be no fractions. I've checked, there should be no fractions. Okay, here. Now, you can hear my cat coming in. She apparently wants attention. Okay, so, but if you get something like 1 0 some fraction, 0 1 some fraction, and then like 0 0 0 1 or 0 0 0 0, then you're going to just put no solution. Technically 0 0 1 is no solution, and that one's infinite solutions, but you can just put no solutions, and I'm good with that. Okay, so that covers that, and that's your matrices. That's all you need to do, and you just got to keep repeating the process. Now, keep in mind, if you do make a mistake, like let's say you notice, oh, I made a mistake, and you don't have to retype. Just press up 2 times, and then press enter. And you will get to copy and paste the whole problem, and then you just need to make your correction. Okay? So now let me move on to the story problems. Okay, so let's look here. And here's the thing, and this is the key. Look for the key numbers, guys. For those of you who weren't at my review, we went over this, but you can see here, 25, 35, chocolate, pumpkin. Notice how I'm going in order, like chocolate was first, and so on and so forth. 2 hours, 3 hours. Notice 2 hours is for chocolate, 3 hours is for pumpkin, 360 hours. 120 chocolate, 100 pumpkin. So what does all that mean? Well, take the dollar amounts first. Now, if you take this idea that there was part A, part B, part C, and part D, and then part E. Part D is where we take these dollar amounts. Okay, it's always going to be P is equal to something of X plus something for Y. What is it X? 25 for the X. So 25X and 35Y. Okay, then the A. A is the constraints. Always start off greater than or equal to, 0. Then you have an X plus Y. I'm going to erase these because I'll add these in later. Don't worry. So kind of go from that. But you have X plus Y less than or equal to. Now look for some measurements that are the same. So hours, hours, and hours. 2x plus 3y equals 360. 2 hours plus 3 hours equals 360 hours. Hours, hours, hours. Now on the test, you will have 2 more equations that will have x and y less than something. And what are they less than? Well, the x is less than 120, and the y, which is pumpkin, is less than 100. So there's your constraints. There's part A. Now, we do need to get ready for part B, divide the 360 to get the x-intercept. 360 divided by 2, so the answer divided by the x gives me 180. There's my x-intercept. The answer divided by the y gives me my y-intercept, 120. So I need 180 and 120. So then I would use those to graph. Again, the reason why this is important for the x and y intercepts is not only that it gives you the x and y intercepts, but it also helps us figure out their scale. Because if this can only go up to 16, then I need to choose something that will fit. So 10s won't work, so I go by 20s. So I'm starting here at 0, but then I'm going by 20s. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180. There is my 180. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. There's my 120. So I would connect those 2 points. Hopefully I drew a good line, and then go from there. The x greater than or equal to 0 would be this line right here. Y greater than or equal to 0 would be this line right here. And then go to the other constraints, the less than 120 and the 100. The 120 would be 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, whoopsie, 120 would be right there. So it'd go like that. And then the 100 would be right there. Okay, and then should be underneath here. It's always in that lower left corner. And then you can see, and I'll choose, let's say gray. Point here, a point here, a point here, a point here, and a point here. And those will become my C. So my C would be like 0, 0. That's this one right here. 0, 100. That's that y-intercept. 120, 0. And then I've got 2 more points. Doom, doom. This one right here, notice is on the 100, so it's 100. And then you can see it's between 20 and 40. So I'll go with 30. This one is at 120, but it's right on 40. So it should be that if you drew your lines well. Now, the way you can check is you take these 2 points, plug them into the x and y here, and if you put them in here, like let's say you say 2 times 120 plus 3 times 40, you should get an answer of 360, which you will. Okay? So then you go from there, you would take these points, put them into the x and y. Again, you can notice here that 0, 0 won't work. 0, 100, 30, 100 is bigger than 0, 100. 120, 40 is bigger than 120, 0. So you try those 2 points and see which one's bigger. That's your final answer. Okay? So now let's look at the mother's keepsakes. Same idea and kind of go from there. Okay, so mother's keepsakes, I'm going $10, $18, and I notice before 10 there's gold, that's X. Before silver, or before 18, there's Y, silver. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, hours, 600 minutes, 30 gold, 20 silver. So if you set that up same way for part A, you're saying, okay, x greater than or equal to 0, y greater than or equal to 0, and then you've got your x plus your y less than or equal to, x less than or equal to, y less than or equal to. Now, if you go back here, you got minutes, minutes, minutes. Money amounts are for part D. So minutes, 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 10 minutes plus 15 minutes has got to be less than 600 minutes. And then I can make at most 30 gold and 20 silver. And then you can divide your x and your y to get your x-intercept and your y-intercept. So 600 divided by 10 is 60. 600 divided by 15 is 45. And there you go. Keep in mind, these two numbers will become part of your D. So D here, and I'll put D over here so I can save some space. P is equal to x plus y. X is 10 and y is 18. And then you're done. C'est la vie. Alright, so you've got those, you've done that, you've plotted those points, you do your graph, and again, you'll go to the same idea for the graph. I'm going to do it over here. So we're going to do the same idea for the graph. Again, you got 60 and 100, or 60 and 40. So again, you could go by tens. Okay, so I can go by tens. So this time I'm saying gold's here, silver's here, 10, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 60. 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, connect them, make your line, and then you've got your x greater than 0, y greater than 0, 30, x is 30, there's my 30, 20, there's my 20, and again, I'm shading in that lower left corner, or yeah, lower left corner. So I've got this point, this point, this point, and this point. That's my C, and I get, so 0, 0, 0, 20, 30, 0, and then it ends up being 30, 20. Now, you will have 5 points no matter which version you have. There will be 5 points. I'm just letting you know that now. So, kind of go with that. And then you can plug them into your D, see which one works. Obviously, the only one that should work is the 30-20, and it should come out to $660. Anyways, that pretty much covers everything. Hopefully, this answers most of your questions. If not, well, you know, hopefully this answers most of your questions. Anyways, good luck. I should hopefully have them graded. I'll try my best to have them graded on Monday. Okay? Anyways, y'all take care, and good luck on the test.